Abusia, this is the story of Camila Alhassan, the TikToker who allegedly insulted the president of the Republic of Ghana, have been sentenced to 1 year imprisonment as a punishment for publication of false information.
Mahama kwasi ampanyini. Mahama wuro nkwala dross. Mahama ukodi e Miss Bell. Papa no. Sesi awama yen opening no. Anya ade a yebejai. Ye hu se kwamudo. Unni sika odi be 24-hour economy no. Enti ye hu se kwamudo wi ye. Ye TikTokers na ye wa na ye wo followers no. Ye be chira wo shege. Mahama wo so nyame kumu ma ye. Ubewu, unu yire lodi na nyina.
And then allegedly accusing the president for burying 32 cows to gain power in the 2024 election. This is Joy Idea Series. If you are new here, kindly hit on the subscribe button, like this video, comment, let us know your thought in the comment section. Ladies and gentlemen, now let's go into the story. This young lady, her friend Camila Alhassan, have published a disturbing video which contains abusive words and violence attack going straight to the president of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Abusia, and some mad lady Nikika, it was man Boston. I was actually not getting the concept of what this lady was trying to insinuate, because imagine the sitting president of your country. You can just pick up your phone, sit down, and then start to insult the president. Not only to insult, publish false information, saying that the president have buried 32 cows to gain power in the 2024 election. And that the recent flood that occurred in Accra, that was what the president used to thank the gods for, accepting his demands. Ladies and gentlemen, if you see, sometimes a lot of people in this country talk about freedom of speech. No one is actually against any type of freedom of speech. You can express yourself willingly without the use of abusive or violent words or publication of false information. So at the end of the day, people are politicizing the situation, saying that the government, the NDC government, is trying to intimidate the NPP people, the NPP, the opposition, by arresting its people, arresting its political members, and all that, linking it to the arrest of Miracles Abuaji, a lot of crazy stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, you see, this is a country that we have to be serious at a point in time. You cannot sit down as any type of person, any ordinary citizen of the country. The fact that you're a Ghanaian citizen does not guarantee you the right to insult the certain president of the country, the first gentleman of the land. You see, we have to be serious at a point in time. You can actually express yourself. Freedom of speech is everywhere. You can express yourself, rightfully, without going in conjunction with what is inappropriate. You understand? So this young lady, watching the video, and somehow I'm gonna play the video for you to, actually listen to what actually led into this situation, because you cannot say things that you doesn't have evidence to back. Because this lady, was basically talking about the fact that the president of the republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, have buried 32 cows to gain power in the recent elections. That was the 2024 elections. And I question myself. You see, the people that you are speaking for, because basically the lady is alleged to be an NPP, member. These are not my words. Allegedly, she's alleged to be an NPP member, and a lot of people were questioning. So the people that you were talking for, the people that you were standing for, going in that direction to insult the sitting president, where are those people not coming to save you at this juncture? Because right now you are going to Ukodem for 1 year. One solid year. You could have used that 1 year to build your life, to do better things for yourself. But in this case, you are going to prison, you are going to jail, to go and serve 1 year term prison for publication of false information and allegedly insulting or using violence words or false offensive words against the president. So where are your political members? Where are they not to come and save you? We have to be serious. There are a lot of times that we talk about things that have to do with the country, and a lot of people politicizing it. Because when this is not a time, say, be a obet national, okay, based on the arrest and then prosecution of this lady, she pleaded guilty on her first appearance in court. But a lot of people trying to say that the government is trying to intimidate people. The government is trying to silence the people's voice. This is not the silence that we are talking about. I'm a non-partisan person as I sit here. But I'm trying to let you understand that no matter your political affiliation, you have the freedom of speech. But that doesn't mean there are people that protest in this country, but they are not arrested. There are people that express themselves freely without being taken to prosecution. It all depends on what you say out there. So if you say things that are offensive or publish false information, definitely the law is gonna deal with you. And I see a lot of people actually coming to talk about them, pardon. Look. Let's be serious. If you actually go to the media space, you could see a lot of people actually talking use of abusive words, publication of false information is something that is actually happening in our system. And this is actually going to serve as a deterrent to a lot of people out there, because Ghana is not a platform that you can sit down and publish false information, insult a certain president, do whatever you like, and then you go scot-free. Because when it happens that at the end of the day, you're having a democracy without laws, without borders, without things that govern the system. And every citizen therefore can go wayward without any sanctions. So this is the point that we have to draw a line. A lot of people say they should kind of pardon her. Look, how many times are we going to pardon people in this country? So if we pardon her today, if someone does the same thing tomorrow, do you think we can take the law against the person? No, because you pardon the first offender. So basically, a lot of people are doing this stuff, but it appears that she have been, caught, and this is the lesson. And her lawyer came out. Her lawyers came out, and they were expressing themselves that actually the maximum prison term or jail term for the crime that she committed was going to be at least 3 years, 3 to 5 years. But they pleaded with the judge for consideration, and therefore the judge have decided to reduce it to a 1 year jail term. Basically, they were trying to incite that they could have pardoned her, but looking at it, pardoning her means that giving a lot of people the opportunity, the freedom to actually go, wayward, to actually say things they like without any punishment. So this is actually going to serve as a deterrent to a lot of people out there that actually use abusive words, publish false information, and a lot of dirty stuff, to be cautious, because this is where we have to draw the line. You understand? So at the beginning of the case, a lot of people were actually lambasting this lady for the type of words that she used upon the president. And at the end of the day, you are coming to tell us that they should temper justice with mercy. That is where I don't want to hear about the whole story. Look, everybody have empathy. You can empathize with the person. You feel like you be in the shoes of the person. Nobody suggests that. You can condole with the person. Nobody suggests that. But if you want to make it a point that we should just let it go, what are you telling the younger ones? What are you telling those who are out there? It means more opportunity for others to also come out and behave the same way. So this is where we have to get it right. You cannot just sit down as any person and then you start to insult a certain person. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't just make sense. And if you are going to talk about it, a lot of people taking it into the political aspect. It's not everything we need to politicize in this country. And yeah, BB and NDC and PP. At the time, no, we have to sit down. Okay, fine. Looking at this in this direction, it's actually fair to punish the person. Let the person go serve 1 year, come out. It's fair. This is not the doing of the president. So do you want the president to go and sit in court and pass a ruling, or you want the president to call the judge to pass a ruling? Look, we have to be serious. You understand? We have to be serious. And you see, I'm gonna talk about some things, some stuff that is happening between the NDC and the NPP, like what is going on and what is being interpreted. And I think we'll draw the line here for this episode. Camila Alhassan is going to serve 1 year imprisonment, 1 year sentence as punishment for the crime that she committed, and publication of false information, and then use of offensive words against the president, stating that the president buried 32 cows to gain power in the 2024 election, which is actually crazy. No normal individual should go out there and be saying things like this, and this is going to serve as a deterrent to others, and it's actually a move in the right direction. I appreciate that, because every day we don't know what we're looking for, because what the lady is able to sit and express or say, the words that she was able to put out there in that video actually shows that she needs to be punished, because we cannot let such an individual go scot-free. You understand? So I understand those who are saying that they should temper justice with mercy, but this is the line where we have to draw it. Let it be a lesson to others. And that is where I stand. So let me know your point of view in the comment section. Whatever be the case, it is finished.